So it's loud. You can hear that noise.
Yeah, now.
Hold on. Give it a few seconds. Let's see.
I
You hear
hear it.
that?
Yeah, I hear it.
Dang. That's funny. That's why I had asked you earlier. I said, hey, I'm like, bro, do you even wear shoes while we podcast, bro? Like, because I got one of these right here.
Oh shit. I got something like that. It ain't exactly like that one.
I got it under my desk. Yeah.
Yeah, I got something like that though. Definitely come in handy. So I'm probably gonna jump on that joint when we get done with this.
I might have to take off the noise thing. It's kind of.
Yeah, that thing kind of loud.
Just put the compression. Oh no, the compression is what's loud. Get the massage. There we go. Hey man. Oh, okay. What a week,
Holy
bro.
shit.
I think you
Hold
predicted
on,
something.
What the fuck is hold on, I need to get my schmizzy smokes. I ain't
There
got
what?
My schmizzy.
Hey, bro, we different today. You're on the right, I'm on the left. Can we swap that?
Oh,
I think I figured it out. Hold on. There it is. Sorry to all of our viewers if you got confused who was Rob and who was Joe.
Pants. I'm wearing pants, dog.
That's not what you said earlier. Thank you for wearing pants today, Rob.
Yeah, I'm wearing
This man.
Savage.
This man. I say, yo, you wear shoes?
Savage today, man.
Earlier I said, hey, man, you wear shoes while you podcasting? He was like, yeah, I barely wear pants. The viewers now know, dog. That's wild.
Yeah, man. Just know to keep that in the back of your head for your imagination there.
Yo, that had me laughing.
I might be sitting here with pants on. I may not. Who knows?
Are you man? Rob, is he wearing pants or is he not?
Question of the day.
The reason I asked too is funny because they say sometimes like if you want to if you're like interviewing for the job or not interviewing but like if you're talking if you got like a website webcam interview,
yeah,
that they say that you should dress the part and feel like all the way like you got to wear the shoes, you should wear, even if it's over the phone, you should like dress professionally because you will talk more professional or whatever. So if
yeah,
it's like if we're podcasting, it's like, how do you dress for a podcast? For me, I just throw on, if they haven't noticed, I'm wearing like either a black hoodie or a black sweater, a cap. I don't got to worry about my hair. My wife always says, bro, when you go get ready, it's just like, fa, fa, fa. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I don't got to wear makeup and shit.
But that's the blessings of being a man, dog.
Facts.
We ain't got to do all that. We just throw some shit on. We out the house and we can still get by.
Yeah, man. For real. I tell girls, man, you only wear makeup for yourselves. Like, you got, not for yourselves, for other girls. It's like, I tell my wife that, she get mad, but she gonna watch this. She gonna get mad at me again. I'm like, why
they wear it for us? They want to be pretty.
But that's what I'm saying. If they're already married and the man's like, yo, you don't need the makeup. And it's like, no, I do it for myself. No, you're not doing, I don't feel like that's true.
I mean, I think it be
it's the women's stigma. Like other women are doing it and they got to do it.
Probably, and some of them might be what's that word I'm looking for? The self confidence or whatever and shit. It might be something to help boost that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because makeup, from my understanding, is just supposed to enhance the beauty. You know what I'm saying? It's already there. You know what I mean? But some motherfuckers go over OD on that shit, and another one just a little touch up. Boom, boom.
We gonna get canceled.
5 episodes in, we out of here, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. Half canceled.
Half canceled. That's the next podcast we're gonna have to come up with.
Yeah, if we keep talking about politics, I'm sure. I see like that's the one we get most comments on TikTok. People are like, bro, I swear, the way you be preaching, I watched them skits back, bro. You sound like the head of the, what is it called? The Occupy.
Head of the Black Panther Association.
Yeah.
Out here, man.
What was it? Head of Antifa? What is that? What is those Democrat group called? That group that the Democrats occupy something?
I mean, I don't know. They, from what the right says, is Antifa, but
no,
everybody's Antifa.
No, the other one where they just protest. No, they just protest. Occupy something. I think that's it.
Occupy Wall Street, motherfucker?
Something Occupy.
But that was like 30 years ago.
Nah.
Not 30 years ago, but yeah.
I knew this one lady who was part of it, bro. She was kept getting bailed out like all the time. Like she was going to jail all the time because she kept getting locked up. She was part of this group, and they occupying Democrats, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, when you a part of a group or something, that's you go out and protest and you get locked up or something. Yeah, they gotta bail you out if they got the funds for it. You know what I'm saying? That's just a part of the. They bail you out and you take your ass right back out there, hit the picket lines. That's how it's
Mm.
supposed to go. You know what I mean? Oh well, man. But yeah, speaking of protest, this week's been a wild week for protest in Minneapolis. You
All
know what's
over
crazy to
Europe.
me? I mean, Europe too, yeah, because Greenland, they protesting
Yeah,
against our asses.
they're all coming out.
But what's wild to me, bro, is like who would have thought that Minnesota would be like the front lines of shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause that's what happened during Black Lives Matter. That shit was in Minnesota, cause where that girl got killed at, what's her name? George Floyd got killed like a couple of blocks away from there. So,
Mhm.
and it's just like I don't understand like why Minneapolis is like on their radar like that. Like
Well,
I
because
don't
it's
get that.
because of that ICE shooting, of course.
But why would you bring ICE there? It's like they picking on Minneapolis for some reason. I think from just reading things online and shit. Like people's like he didn't get over how the Black Lives protest happened in Minneapolis during his first term. Cause
Mhm.
he that's when he was like, "Yo, can't we just shoot him in the legs or something like that?" And they told him no. So I think he's still like holding on to that for some reason. So he's trying to get his get back in Minneapolis, bro. But it's getting to a point like I think they got 1,500 troops on
Mhm.
standby right now. So
Yeah.
for
So
whenever he call it in,
if I'm not mistaken, Minneapolis had the shooting, right? For the lady and the
relate.
ICE thing. But then they
Mm-hmm.
also had the thing with the Somalians, is that right?
That with the Somalians, yeah. And you
So
know
he
what?
got he got beef with their mayor or their governor, right?
He got beef with whoever he can put attention to, like, and divert from his bullshit. Because
Yeah,
the
because he's
thing with
converting
that,
Democrats into Republicans, right? He wants more Republicans
I
in
mean, that's what
position.
he, of course, yeah, it's what he want. I don't think he's trying to convert because if anybody's a Democrat right now, they ain't trying to convert. That's either opposition. But I think like with this whole situation with the Somalian um immigrant population out there, um, they think with the whole fraud situation, but the person that was committing most of the fraud was a white lady. You know what I'm saying? Like she got off
Oh,
like 200 something $1 million.
ooh,
She already went. I think she's in jail or she's still getting prosecuted or whatever right now, but she's like the ringleader. But they want to blame the immigrant
mm-hmm.
population or the Somalians, the people of color. You know what I'm saying? Propaganda, bro. And then, of course, the other side, they don't do nothing but watch, they little bubble and shit. So they just gonna stay in there and they just gonna ride with that, bro. And it's just like, what the fuck? Do your research, man. They not the
Sound
ones
like
that started this shit. I ain't gonna lie, there probably is some Somali immigrants doing some fraud shit. Like I ain't gonna hold that against nobody. I mean, I ain't gonna hold that, but you find their ass and put them in jail if that's what it is, but you don't just fucking go start cracking down on a whole population, bro. Not everybody have anything to do with that shit. You know
correct.
what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but I don't they just doing too much either way, bro, because motherfuckers been not getting rid of, but deporting immigrants forever and never like this. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh yeah,
causing
yeah,
all
yeah.
this mayhem and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I
So,
think that the on the if the what was that? If I was the devil's advocate, they're probably saying like, oh well, the reason why the Democrats keep all of these immigrants in is because they vote blue. So it's like that.
you would think
Uh,
so, but a lot of the Somali
I'm not big into
population
that.
is fucking Republicans. You know what I'm saying? Like they voted
Hmm.
red. You know what I'm saying?
With
They
the
are
immigrants,
conservatives. Yeah, a lot
I
of
think
them.
it's a few of them. Like it's only like the Cubans and the Venezuelans. I feel. And there's
I
some
mean,
Mexicans, but not that many. I think there's a lot of
yeah,
red Mexicans, but I don't think they all are red,
yeah. I
especially
mean,
not
yeah,
now.
not all of them, but yeah, where depending on where
But
you
the
at, yeah, they still
Venezuelans,
with it
bro,
too.
every barber, every Uber driver I ever had, and I meet strangers anywhere,
Motherfuckers
randomly,
pro
whatever.
Trump like a motherfucker,
Yeah,
ain't
they
them?
pro Trump hardcore. The Cubans too, because I feel like the agenda, and this is my thing, is that old school people and like international people, they be riding on that WhatsApp, and they send out WhatsApp viral videos. Those videos go viral like crazy.
Mhm.
And Africa too, and everything. Their social media is WhatsApp, and then they share all of these bits and pieces. So low key in America, a lot of Americans don't use WhatsApp like the rest of the international community does, and I
Mhm.
think Trump really rocked the WhatsApp community for Venezuela, for Cubans, and for probably Mexicans as well, because I'm telling you, like I have some employees and they're like, oh, I gotta download WhatsApp. Oh, that's so weird. Oh, I don't like it. It's third party. I was like, bro, this is WhatsApp is big, bro, and they just
Yeah,
they shun it like it's a
internationally,
green
yeah.
bubble. They don't like WhatsApp, but we use that for work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that green bubble is fucking annoying, man. Y'all gotta
Man,
stop
you in
that.
that green bubble.
Y'all gotta stop that green bubble shit. Hurts my eyes, it's
That's
too bright.
hilarious.
Yeah, yeah.
Hilarious.
But,
Y'all don't.
but yeah, that's,
I'll make a whole podcast on Android versus Apple, bro. I swear.
probably could the debate will continue to go on forever, but yeah,
Android
man.
all
So
day,
yeah, this
baby.
yeah, it's a sticky situation. And people getting their get back on. I think I sent you that article with well, not sent you the article, but told you about the guy Jake Lang, the fucking neo-Nazi dude
Oh
that got
no,
his
you.
ass.
I think I saw that on your Facebook, but did you send that to me?
Yeah,
I
I mean,
saw.
I reposted some shit because it was all over my feed. Like, as soon as I
Yeah.
opened up, it was just nothing but his ass. But I think it, like a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago or something. I think it was in Minneapolis too. Now, for one, he was one of the J6 dudes, and there's a
Hmm.
picture of him. Like he's in like an all black. He got the gas mask on, and I think he got like a shield or something like that. And he's hitting police, Capitol Police and shit with a baton. So he got put in jail, of course, and
Hmm.
I think he did 4 years, but of course this fool, pardoned everybody, so he got out. So since he been out, he been on some bullshit. I think it was like a couple months ago, and again, I think it was Minneapolis, but he was out there protesting or being a counter protester because they was already protesting ICE things, and
Hmm.
some kid came out of nowhere and punched him in his face and
Hmm.
ran off and shit. So that's when I first noticed him. You know what I mean? And then a
In
couple of days
January
ago when this
6th,
happened.
or in the one that just happened now.
When he got punched in the face a couple of months ago.
Okay.
That's when I first noticed him or whatever, and just
Gotcha.
thought it was like a one-off or whatever. I wasn't, thinking I was gonna have to see him again, but, this past week, he goes down there with his little group of Nazis and shit, and, they doing a counter protest because I think he was talking something about burning a Quran and all this other shit he was gonna do. And I'm just like, yo, it's crazy. Cause you see, like he got the vest on to say infidel and shit. Those motherfuckers, them some wild boys, man. But yeah, so he goes down there, he talking about he gonna burn the Quran and all that. And I think it was him, and I think it was a handful of other people he had with him, you know what I'm saying? And they was the counter protesters, and then all of a sudden they get a whole bunch of
You glitched.
ICE anti-ICE protesters in my back.
Yeah. And then you said there was like some anti-pro, like, so I think someone
Yeah,
got jumped or something like that.
the anti-ICE protesters ended up coming to where they was protesting at.
Hmm.
And, started hitting their ass with snowballs and throwing water on their ass out there in fucking 10-degree weather and shit. You know what I'm saying? They trying to freeze them boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
But his squad, the guys he came with, they ended up dipping out on him. And
Hmm.
I guess they ran back to their hotel and shit, and he got cornered, you know what I mean? And
Hmm.
he got cornered by the mob, man. They should have tore his ass apart, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you want to be a racist piece of shit, and then there's, of course, be the lone black guy got to come out and save your punk ass. So
So
that's
all they were
fucking
doing was
hilarious.
throwing snowballs. What was the worst thing that they were hitting them with?
I don't know, cause he was bleeding from the head too. He said he got hit with something. I think he got hit with a snow shovel or some shit. They said somebody hit him with that. He said he got stabbed too, but he had a vest on, so of course it didn't penetrate. That's what he said. So can't nobody
Wow.
verify that shit. But yeah, you want to you want to talk shit like that and be down there in that community, bro. You better have your backup if you want to get like that, bro. I don't think he was going to see any no counteraction like that because they descended upon them like locusts. Some biblical shit came down on his ass,
And what
and
city was this in again?
I was in Minneapolis,
I am. There we go. Another one. Another one.
and they I think they shot 2 other people this week too out of there, and
You glitching.
yeah, they just doing the most, bro. They ramping up. Yeah, Tim Walz got the his I think what was they got the National Guard or some shit. Whatever states have that they can call in for military
Mm-hmm.
backup. Well, he has them on standby too. I guess they'll come out if Trump does um call for the Insurrection Act, then that'll deploy the 1,500 troops they already got on standby, that Trump has on standby. And then if he does that, then that's when, Tim Walz will fucking release his National Guard. And now you got the US military, then the Minnesota National
Whoa.
Guard or whatever, like on a standoff. Like the guards are only there to protect protesters, which this is where the shit gets it's a thin line, right? Because you're allowed to protest, you're allowed to be loud and all that other shit. You're allowed to do that, but you can't like interfere
Mm-hmm.
with what's going on, right? And that's where the problem is, because in order to get these motherfuckers to chill out and back down some, there's going to have to be some interference in what they doing. Because if you just let them do their job, then it's like, what are we doing this for? Then what are we out here for
Right.
protesting then? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, you ain't gonna
Yeah.
get nothing done. So there has to be some interference, but I think it's just how you go about doing the interference, I think it is. And but I mean, I guess any interference now, because they about to out here in Arizona and shit, they about to pass a law to where it's gonna be like a felony if you do interfere with ICE operations.
Really.
Yeah, so I mean, they just gonna start locking people up, bro. If you're gonna be out protesting, which is like, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna find it any way to interfere. Like, even if you're there and not interfering with the operation they have going on, just because you're there, they'll probably lock you up for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just no resistance at all.
Amid ongoing protests, National Guard has been mobilized and is ready to support public safety.
Yeah, so they'll be there. So they'll be there to protect the citizens, and then Trump's military will be there to assist the ICE agents. So you got competing factions, and when that's just going to just lead to a very bad situation, bro. Like, and this is what these motherfuckers want, man. I really think that's what they want, is for some shit like this to happen. Whole bunch of people get hurt, or at worst get killed or some shit, and then depending on how that goes, that's just going to start a firestorm across the country, man. Like,
Yeah, it says that they're
that's
gonna
what
be
they want,
wearing
man.
like reflective vests, kind of like crossing guards, so that way they can
The-
be differentiated.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so
So
the focus on protecting life and preserving property, ensuring Minnesotians can safely exercise their First Amendment rights. That's what's up.
yeah, and that's cool. But like I said, like, somebody, all it takes is one person to fuck up the whole situation. It could be a million people out there protesting peacefully, but one person does something, and that'll just cause, what I'm saying, a downhill effect of just wild shit. You know what I mean? So, like, something's going to end up happening. Hopefully it don't. Like, it's been, relatively, I guess, cool so far. Like, ain't nothing burnt down yet. You know what I'm saying? We should be
Right.
thankful for that. You know what I mean? But at some point, it's going to get there. You know what I mean? And they be
Or
talking about paid agitators and shit. And I think,
that's what I was gonna say. It's probably gonna be an agitator.
yeah, I think it'd be their side that be having them paid agitators out there. You know
What's
what I'm
the
saying?
what's the red equivalent of Antifa?
What's the
MAGA?
what?
No, they
That
had MAGA and
that would be.
QAnon, and they had what else
Yeah, I
do they
mean, the
have?
Groypers. I mean,
Proud
they got a
Boys. No,
whole
I'm just-
bunch of different little sub. The Proud Boys is ICE. That's who they is. The guy from the leader of the Proud Boys, the Cuban kid,
Yeah, that
Ricky
guy.
Tario.
He got
He's already confirmed to be an ICE agent.
yeah. I think did you post that too?
I think I did. I probably did. I be posting so much shit. It be so much information coming out, bro. I just be.
Yeah.
But
You watching out
but
for them
yeah.
helicopters.
like, listening out for him, watching out for him, infrared, all that. But yeah, he came out, confirmed that he's in there, and I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure a majority of them J6 cats, all that shit, they're all in there because they not really even doing no vetting. Um, there's like another article came out this week. A journalist she put in to be an ICE agent, and they just like immediately accept her, didn't do any vetting on her, like on her social medias and all that shit. She's talking shit about ICE, Trump, and everything. So they ain't even vet her. And then so like they just letting anybody in. Drug test fail, whatever. They don't give a fuck, man. They just let whoever in. You want to crack some skulls, make some money? All right, come on.
Mhm.
But that's only qualifications.
Mhm.
And it's tempting as fuck, but I ain't gonna hold you, man. They paying some good money, dog. I ain't gonna hold you. But
Yeah, yeah. I saw a skit.
I won't be able to go to sleep at night, man. But
I
yeah.
saw a skit video. It was this dude. It was a black dude. He was like, it was like early in the morning. He was like backing up out of his door, trying to lock the door, and then he was like dressed in his whole ICE wear, and then his boys were outside. Nigga, you working for ICE? And he was just like, oh man, you caught me, man. Dang, man. And he's like, yeah, you got me, man. That's it. It was funny, bro.
Yeah,
Going to
that
get
shit
that
is. I mean, I've seen
$60,000
a
check.
couple of facts. I've seen a couple of brothers. I've seen a couple of brothers in the ICE joint. Um, Definitely some Hispanic dudes, some Mexican cats. I mean, they got everybody in there. You know,
Mm-hmm.
everybody. I mean, most of them cats is probably just in there to get the check, like just to get the money and like whatever. But
And send it
I'm
back
like,
to
bitch, I got to be
Mexico.
able to. Yeah, because I even heard they had cause something about how they structured it. Like you get like a 50,000 sign on bonus, right?
That's what I heard.
And I think you get like 10,000 a year. They don't give it to you straight up, you know, they pay you out on it. But if you I think you contracted for them 5 years or whatever it is, but then if you
Mm.
leave 3 years into it or some shit like that, like you would have to pay the 30,000 back to them. So
Oh,
like you got to do the whole term, bro. Like you have to do the whole
dang.
shit. That's crazy.
That's
So
crazy.
so that's gonna force them cats to stay in there, even if they don't want to be in there. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? After a while, they probably be like, "Yo, I don't think I want to do this
The
shit." But
manipulation is
yeah,
crazy.
they got
Imagine
them
if
trapped,
regular
bro.
work companies did that, bro. People would be feeling enslaved, yo.
I'm pretty sure there's some jobs like that out there that probably do some shit
Yeah, you
like
know what?
that.
You're right. You're right. I'm tripping. I have heard of some people doing that. Yeah.
Nah, for sure, they definitely do that shit, bro.
I
They'll
forgot
trap you
where it
if
was.
you. I mean, especially if you got some kind of
You owe
value.
money back if you don't finish out your contract. That's right.
Shit, I think it's shit. Well, my company I work for, I think like if you use up all your vacation time in a certain amount to like 6 months, like let's say you leave the company 6 months into the year and you done used up all your time and shit,
Yeah.
they're gonna probably hold some money from your last
Your
check or
last
some
check,
shit
they
like that. Yeah,
deducted. Yeah.
yeah,
hmm
you know what I'm
But
saying?
that's yeah different. But if they paying you a huge lump sum and they be like, "You're contracted for X amount of years," and if you
Yeah,
don't finish, and bro, you pay me back.
gotta pay them back, bro.
But
So they hopped
50K
in there.
for 5 years is crazy. That's
I mean,
10K a year.
it's an extra 10,000 a year. I don't know what the base pay is. I don't know. What are they paying them? Like 100,000 a year or some shit like that.
It's
So they
probably
probably
volunteer work where they don't have to work full time. It's probably just like you gotta give us at least 3 days a month or a few
like
days out
full
of
time shit. Yeah,
right.
yeah, it might be something like that.
If anyone
But
knows, leave it in the comments below.
yeah, leave it in the comments. Man.
What is the
Just don't
schedule for an
comment.
ICE agent? How many hours and days a week? If your uncle's in ICE, say it.
Facts.
Just you
Just
know
let us know
somebody
what I
watching
mean.
this
Don't
knows somebody in ICE. They know
they
somebody.
doxed a couple of these cats? You see that, right? They doxed a couple of them. Somebody ended up getting some information on some of the ICE agents and ended up putting it out there,
Oh yeah,
like
they
their
covering their
addresses and
face.
shit. They got what's his name, Greg Bovino, the head dude for Border Patrol,
Mm-hmm.
the little short dude, and they got his address out there. They
Oh
done doxed his ass. You know what I'm saying? So. You know, it's crazy times, bro. And then you online or whatever. That's why they cover their faces, which you know I get it, but
yeah,
still no.
I
I
get
mean,
it.
if you wasn't out here doing bullshit, then you wouldn't have to worry about it. I mean, police don't cover their faces. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And they out here locking people up all day long. They ain't worrying about it. You know what I'm saying? So
ICE is
yeah, I
covering their
still don't
face
get it.
because they don't
Yeah,
want to catch COVID. Duh. Like, I cover
they
my
don't want
face
to
too.
catch COVID. Bitch ass. That's the least of their worries right about now. Shit.
Wearing a mask. N95.
Yeah. What's up with your girl, Candace fucking
Yo.
Owens?
Yeah, okay. I saw that turn. That was like well, how many episodes ago? Probably like 3, 4 episodes ago.
That
She
shit I
started talking
sent you?
about time traveling. The one you're talking about was a different one, but I think it might have been the same episode. But yeah, man, when she started talking about the time traveling thing and like, I'm not blowing it out of context, but she did speak on like some people are getting on her because she said that, Charlie Kirk did mention to her like he felt like he was a time traveler and that he felt like he was predicting his own death, like he knew he was going to die young. He said a lot of comments to Candace, and she went on about time traveling, and some people blew that out of proportion. But I just think like, I
Blew
don't
it out of
know.
proportion like what?
The
How do
fact
you
that she mentioned it, it's kind of like she has fear in talking about certain things. Like she knows she can't talk about certain things. Like when she talks about her dreams and stuff like that, she's like, "Look, I've been holding back because y'all gonna think I'm crazy."
she
But
be holding back what, bro? She be
oh,
saying the
she's been
wildest
holding back
shit
a lot.
now.
She's held back a lot. She held back even talking about on Erica Kirk, bro. She held back for a long time. But then when Erica started going crazy on her, she's like, all right. So she's low key like releasing the beast on Erica, but she's still being nice because she's finding out tons of evidence on his wife, bro. Like there's something math ain't mathin'. The wife, his wife, Charlie's wife was doing some weird stuff, bro. Like
They said she's something. She's like a fucking Mossad agent or some shit like that. Is she a Mossad agent?
no one accused. I don't think those words came out of Candace's mouth. I don't know everything Candace has said, but I don't think those words came out exactly. But I do know that she was saying about the. Oh,
Hold
you're
on,
gone.
bro. Yeah.
She was talking about the Egyptian planes.
I don't get that Egyptian plane shit either. You got to break that down to me. Hold on though.
Yeah, yeah, crispy. So
B.
the Egyptian plane thing is basically they looked at the flight things that were going on, like what planes were in the area the day Charlie Kirk went down. And they saw that there was these Egyptian plane things. I think there was one, but I know there's two in question. But then they started looking at the flight pattern of these Egyptian planes, and then they noticed they compared them to what Charlie Kirk was flying, like his private jet, but his private jet being occupied by his wife doing some stuff. I don't know, whatever. But I guess Charlie, of course, is flying sometimes. But the times when Charlie doesn't fly it, those Egyptian planes were still following the plane with Erica Kirk in it. So what they came to conclusion, what they found was that, hold on. Oh, somebody's car backfired. I thought it was bullets. So I was like, pop, pop, pop. Hey, I'm not in the hood like that, boy. So,
They coming for your ass talking about Erica.
So then they looked at the flight pattern and they found out that the Egyptian planes happened to be flying all the same locations that Charlie Kirk's private jet or Turning Point USA's jet was flying all over,
And
and it was following Erica Kirk
Is this over America or this is
over
like while they
America.
traveling?
I'm not sure, yeah, and internationally. But this plane was it's originally from Egypt, but I feel like they said it traveled from Egypt to Israel, back to Egypt, internationally, went to different countries, different states. But that's sus. Like, why do you have just a certain line
And
of
she
like,
confirmed this too, right?
yeah,
Erica, right? She confirmed it, right?
no,
That she
Candace confirmed it. She found, but then Erica tried to deny it, and she was just like, "Oh, I've never been on." Like, okay, so she gaslit what Candace was saying, and Candace was like, "I never accused you of being on a Egyptian plane. I said that these planes had been following your every move. Like, you land here, they land there. You go there, they go there. Like, and they were actually in the area at the same time. They were here the day Charlie Kirk was killed. So
was she saying that they sniped him from 30,000 feet above? They sniped this
no,
guy?
no. Candace doesn't believe that the gun that the FBI said that this Tyler Robinson kid used was the right gun. That was just it. She's like, there's no way I'm not going to buy that story because that bullet is way too big and it should have took his whole head off or something like that. So it's like,
That's what I heard too, but
Candace
I've
does
heard
not buy,
conflicting
she don't buy it.
evidence on that.
But Erica is buying the story. So, and Erica's telling Candace Owens, stop talking about my husband. Stop talking, like, let the FBI do their job.
What
blah, blah, blah.
happened? Because I know they had their little sit down a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I mean, I didn't follow up on it because I don't follow up on Candace too
Hmm.
much. So, do you know what happened out of that meeting that they had? Like, are they still at odds with each other?
I believe so, but they're keeping it professional. I think
Mm.
Candace is really keeping it professional. She's low key letting her audience and eyewitnesses speak, and she just laid back in the cut and she asked the questions and she's like, "So who did you see in Fort Huachuca?" And the guy's like, "Blah blah 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 blah." And I saw this beautiful woman, blonde hair, blue eyes, and I would never forget like a face
Who?
like that. So there was a witness, a guy who was he was in a controversial thing like conspiracy because he found one of the biggest tunnels in the United States where like they were trafficking drugs and stuff like that from Mexico into Texas, and he found this tunnel, but it was covered up. It was like a huge military cover up, and he had to like lay low for years, and he had drug cartel people trying to kill him, and he had a whole story. But anyways,
Mhm.
after so many years, the military said they were going to release his documentation. So he was like, you know what? I'm going to go back and figure out who I have to talk to find out what's going on with my situation. So when he went back to go look, he had to go to Fort Huachuca area, and he went somewhere and then he couldn't find the place he was looking for. Coincidentally ran into some guys and they were like, oh no, they changed the base and they moved over here. And so he's like, oh, thanks. Cause I think he was just getting coffee. Then he goes to this place and, um, when he goes in, he tells them what he's there for. He's looking up for old documents or something like that. And then they're like, all right, yeah, just wait here. We'll get you someone who you could talk to. While he was there, he started seeing like some high ranking generals and all kinds of stuff. And he was like, why are all these people here? This is a huge operation. There's something going on. And then he recalls seeing some of these people that were from Turning Point USA in the same building. Like these are high ranking generals in the building. You got Turning Point USA people in the building, and you got, and he says he's for 99.9% sure he's seen Erica Kirk in Fort Huachuca, that place too as well, because he was turning around looking at everybody's faces. He was looking at their rankings on their shoulders, on the thing. He can tell by their body language, their stature. These are high ranking people. And he was just thinking to himself, like, wow, something's about to go down. And then the very next day, something went down. So he's very
So this is the
much,
day before Charlie get killed.
yes. This was like a day or two before Charlie went down in that same town, because Fort Huachuca was like, I think it's like not too far from where Charlie was shot. So there's a whole, Candace. And then on this week too, she also dropped another, I think there was another eyewitness that came forward saying they saw Erica at Fort Huachuca. And they talked about the fact that Erica and Turning Point, they're also like finessing the fact that, oh, Erica don't hang out at no forts, and Erica doesn't know anything about Fort Huachuca. These conspiracies are bogus. Like they're gassing it, right? So Candace was like, "Oh, she don't know Fort Huachuca." Then she just started dropping boom, 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 bro. She dropped like pictures and videos or whatever, like of 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 Erica actually filming. I think it was like a short film or a movie or something that was supposed to take place, and it happened to be at Fort Huachuca. And like there was some stuff that she like I don't know. She
So
says
they
a whole
called her
bunch of stuff.
red-handed, talking about she never been.
She doesn't know Fort Huachuca.
She
Yeah,
does.
supposedly
And then this brings
she
me to
clearly does. What are they hiding? That's what
yeah,
it
but
brings me
see,
to. Like, why you gotta lie?
all right, yeah, but then why does Candace have to be crazy as fuck and be coming up with shit? Like, listen to this shit that she did. This shit that I had sent you earlier, right? Like, I want you to hear this crazy shit.
He went to a special school, and yeah, it's very interesting that these programs existed. I honestly think I was spared. So interesting to hear you say they wanted to transfer you to a special academy, because the same thing happened to me. I took the test. It was third grade, I remember, and all the kids got
Third
their state
grade.
test exams back, and mine was late. And I was sitting in
Mhm.
Miss Balistreri's class. And then they brought my mom in and they were like, Candace got a very high score on this and would like to put her in what was called the Extraordinary Learners Program. And after being in a couple of these classes, they then said to my mom that we would like to pay for her to go all expenses to this academy, Kinglow Haywood Private School. And my mom was like, well, you should go. This is an amazing opportunity. And then I started bursting out in tears, crying, being like, Mom, please don't make me go. We had just changed schools, elementary schools. And I was like, I just made new friends again. I do not want to make new friends. Essentially, I promise I
believe
will be an
that.
idiot. Just do not make me change schools. And I wonder,
Yeah, it's believable so far. Yeah, yeah.
seriously, did like was trying not to do the best.
It makes sense. I mean, that makes
Hold
sense
on.
to
This
me.
is the commercial for the school. Bro,
At Xavier School for Gifted Young.
like this
That
look
sounds like
the
straight out of
like
X-Men.
the X-Men joint. Yo.
That is X-Men. That is
It
X-Men. That's a
is.
clip from X-Men. Yeah, that's not the real one. That's they're making fun of it. Yeah.
Yeah, because she's like how she's speaking on
That's Charles Xavier
how
School
she's
for
going there
Gifted.
talking some hiding gifts and shit like that.
So I think she's onto the conspiracy because I think one of the episodes she left off talking about the kids drinking. I don't know if you experienced this. I don't remember experiencing this, where they said, and there's a lot of people I've heard talk about this, where when we were in elementary school, apparently they would give us a certain like little pink drink that we had to drink. And then they would watch for some type of reaction or whatever to see. I don't know. But the elementary school, remember, did they ever do like the hearing test with you?
Yeah, I remember doing hearing tests
Yeah.
and shit.
So there's even conspiracies about that if certain kids could hear a certain frequency, that, they would also like, I don't know what they did, but I guess they were looking for certain children that could hear certain frequencies. So if you're just a regular kid, they're like, all right, next. And they just wanted to hear who has this extravagant, like extra hearing that we're looking for.
So they was trying to find X-Men for real. That's what
I
they
don't
was
know.
trying to do, I guess.
Yeah, they try.
That broad is too far fetched for me,
Yeah.
dog. I can't. Like, I gotta live in reality, dog. Like, because I can only. It's all I can see and touch and feel. It's what I have to go with, bro. Like all that extra
Yeah.
shit. I'm just like, I mean, you could just make shit sound more exciting than what it is. I get that. You know what I'm saying? So. And I guess that's what she's doing. I guess because her life is just boring as fuck. So she just has
Her
to
life
like,
is definitely not boring, bro. She got people out for her, for real.
nah, ain't nobody there. Bro, if somebody really wanted your ass, they get you. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody really trying to get at her ass, man. Ain't nobody worrying about her because she's crazy as shit.
Yeah, I mean, thing is like this Erica Kirk thing has her, like the Charlie Kirk thing has her upside down because she does talk about supernatural stuff. Like, let's say she's talking about her dreams and things like that, and like she's saying like when a pregnant woman has her dreams and how vivid they get, and she feels like they're not just like any regular dream, they're vivid dreams. When someone tells me they have a vivid dream, I'm gonna take that not serious, more serious, but it's just like I know what it's like to have a vivid. Have you ever had a vivid dream?
Mm-hmm.
Like really vivid, like where you knew you were dreaming, like, and then it just felt like more, like you felt more alive than you did when you were alive. Like you feel like real,
Like it just really felt like it was a real situation going on here. Like,
but it's
really
not
there.
necessarily scary. It's like some people think, oh, I had
Yeah.
really scary or really prominent dreams, but no, a vivid dream to me is like where
No,
it
I
feels
get
like
it,
another reality. So she was talking about how she's had these vivid dreams and like with Charlie, and she's getting signs, and it's like back to back to back, and she just can't stop having these dreams. But then she even has something supernatural happen to her where I mean, unless all this is a story, it's crazy, but I don't know. I'm tending to believe it. She seems believable. But she said like one day she was like finishing up a show. She wrapped up. She took, went home, took a bath or whatever. I think she said a prayer, and like she was like, God, give me a sign, something like that. And then on her way to, when she got out the shower, she was going to bed, she decided to take a stop look at her inbox, and this thing just popped up, bloop, bloop, and it was like an email, and it said something, and this is her inbox for like tips on anything from the Charlie Kirk thing, and she already had like 50,000 something emails already in there, but for some reason she was just like, let me open this one link. That's the one when she opened up, and then that's the one that the guy said all this story to her, and he said, call me because I got some information you need to know. And then she says, she gets tons of emails, but she's like, I'm going to push this one a little bit further and see where this one goes. And she just so happens to call the guy straight up from the email, like right there immediately. And she's like, hey, this is Candace. And the guy's like, oh, holy cow, that was quick. And she was just like, yeah, I just went out on a whim and I decided to call you. And what's going on? She talked to this guy, and she has her people verify and back up everything about this guy. She says, yo, send me your ID, send me your military ID. I want to see proof of your receipts that you stayed in that hotel, that you drove to this place. I want to see gas receipts. I want to see credit card bills. I'm not going to just buy that. You're telling me this story because you're just some internet person. He was like, Candace, no problem. And then so boom, 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 boom. He proves everything to Candace. And Candace is like, okay, now I'm listening. And then this man turned around and said he saw Erica Kirk and top officials and all. Bro, she pulls receipts and she does her
Bro, see,
digging.
I don't, because, bro, with AI,
She could be lying, but
he could have came up with that paperwork. Man, my chat GPT can come up with some paperwork to make you believe I was fucking Nobel Laureate.
Oh, no. On top of all of that,
or whatever they call
well,
it. So,
I get your point. Yeah. And then on top of that, I mean, maybe it's just to make me feel more, make people feel like it's more realistic. She says she even had the guy's military credentials double, triple checked by the actual military to show proof, in fact, that he was enlisted and that he was from that time to that his ID was an official ID. And so she did have that fact checked too. So, but did I see the fact check? No, you're right. But
yeah, it could have been, you know what it is, bro? Like, because it's just hard to believe a lot of the social media. It's hard to believe media, fucking period. Because everything is so sensationalized and everything's about clickbait and everything else. So it's just like you're going to say the most wildest shit that you could think of, or even take a story that may be true, but you got to put a certain spin on it to give it put that little funk on it so it'll go viral, bro. And it's just hard to believe fucking people these days.
Here's another thing, Rob, that you got to keep inside. Like, we're all watching this unpack, and I feel like Erica Kirk is only digging her hole deeper because there are tons of body analysis and body language experts that are watching Erica Kirk in these interviews and stuff like that. And she is a horrible actress, bro. Like, if your wife died, bro, and she's just like, oh, I loved Rob so much, like, so much. Like, if she was like,
I mean, she's a little fake,
like alligator tears, like these fake tears, bro, like really bad acting. And people are just like,
fake with it.
She's like, those honorable men. So
but
brave.
The thing is,
like,
I guess, because
such a bad actress.
I ain't want to get into Charlie Kirk, but I guess the thing is, like, because from what I saw, it was something about her having some kind of ties to some Jewish or Israeli something. And
yeah, she's accepting money from all of these organizations that Charlie didn't want,
just like everybody else is accepting money from these people. But so I guess because Charlie was about to start criticizing them, and
I don't know if he was. Yeah, he could have been, but he's definitely wasn't taking donations and he wasn't taking sponsorships from them just because they wanted him to. So he felt like they were threatening him.
Hey man, I mean, they play when you dealing with the kind of shit that he was into, as far as being on a big stage and political and all that shit, like you're gonna end up coming across some wild situations out there.
Oh yeah, I mean,
like,
he had
I'm not
full-out
into
security.
conspiracy theories at all, but I'm sure some of these things have some truth to them.
Let me give you another one. Candace found out too. Let me tell you another one. So Charlie Kirk's head of security sat down with another podcaster, this Sean something. I forgot his name, but he's a big podcaster. I watched some of his shows. I don't remember his name right now, but he was ex-military. This guy is ex-Navy SEAL, the podcaster, and he started asking. Ryan. Yeah, so he's asking one of the head of security for Charlie Kirk. So what kind of precautions go into this and that and fifth, whatever? And the guy goes on and says, well, we even call out a month in advance and we talk about who's covering the rooftops. We cover this, we cover that. We talk about this and what the plan is and blah, blah, blah. We have an app and we go down the list of everything we need to cover. And then so we plot everything, every trip that Charlie makes out in advance, about a month or 3 weeks in advance. So then the person, so that was what he passed on the 10th, right, Charlie? That was like right before
the 11th or something like that.
Because 9/11 and his was the day before 9/11, I guess. Right?
So the 10th, yeah.
So the 10th, and then so I think the 11th or 12th, he was supposed to be at another location in Colorado, I believe it was, and Candace ended up speaking with somebody from the event space that was handling that event, and they said, we never talked to any security guards. We don't have any security measures. We don't have any protocols. We just thought Charlie was just gonna show up, we will pop tent, and then he was gonna go ahead and do his show. So you have conflicting messages there. Like you said, like, did you know Charlie was not going to be coming to the next show, and that's why you didn't prepare in advance? You see what you get where I'm going?
I see what that. Yeah. I see. Yeah.
So Candace finds so many holes, bro. Like, I can go on and on because she's been doing this for months now, and
But
bro,
that could be a million reasons for some of these things. So what else did she find though?
Bro, I'm telling you, so many more. Like, she did a recap a couple episodes ago, and she was like, okay, why hasn't the FBI contacted this, and that? She found so many things, and FBI has not touched base. Even looking up Charlie, like the feds never even took Charlie Kirk's phone. They didn't investigate like who he could have been had potential problems with. They're just blaming it on Tyler Robinson, saying that's it and it's a wrap, and they just walked away from it. What else did they find?
What do you think?
I'm starting to believe that Candace is onto something. She's gonna find something. I think I think Erica betrayed him because the horrible acting, bro. The eyes can never lie, and her acting, like her supposed emotionals, her emotions and her emotional interviews and everything are straight
Like her
horrible.
grieving, she doesn't look like a regular grieving wife.
Bro, she came out in black leather pants one episode, another time, and then
they doing the show, but she's doing the show.
It's
y'all gotta let the girl live,
bro,
man.
She sat there and talked about how Candace is over here violating them, wanting to find out where the body's going to be buried, and she was like, give me that, I want my privacy. She does this whole little acting scene trying to get at Candace about, give me my privacy, that's something I want. But then Candace goes and says, give you your privacy. Oh, can you roll the clip? And then it shows Erica like touching Charlie's hand while he's in the casket, like, I love you so much.
Yeah, I saw that shit. She was doing that.
Like, even when you listen to that, it sounds so bad. It's so she had to wait for someone to go get the camera and say, hey, can you record this? And just show her, you know what I'm saying? It's so fake and so bad. And then there's this guy, bro, Candace is going in. I'm telling you, I found so many things. There's this guy, they call him Michael McCoy, but they have to always say the amazing Mikey McCoy. So there's like a clip that
what makes this motherfucker amazing?
Okay, exactly. So there's a clip that Candace put together of a couple people calling him, oh, the amazing Mikey. Like, these are different people. The magnificent Mikey McCoy. Oh, the da-da-da Mikey McCoy. The da-da-da Mikey McCoy. So they always have to drop some kind of some type of description that he's so cool or great and amazing. And then I'm sitting there thinking like, what's going on with this? But amazing Mikey McCoy, supposedly, he's the CFO, or he's one of the operating managers for the Turning Point thing. And his dad was like, he's like a big time. He even got caught in a lie too, because he said, oh, I immediately called Erica right when it happened. When you watch the footage back in slow motion, you see this man, he's standing like this kind of, and then Charlie, he hears the blast, boom, and he just turns around 360 and then walks away and he goes straight like this on the phone, like that, like doing like a Karen, right? Immediately, bro, when it goes boom, he goes like that straight to the phone and he walks away while everyone else is running. The footage is clear as day, bro. He just goes straight like that. So the story first went, oh, I immediately called my dad and told my dad.
Footage.
I immediately called my dad and told my dad he needed to call all his pastor buddies and pray for Charlie because Charlie was just shot and something. So then the pastor goes on live or something. Oh, my son was right next to Charlie when he got killed and there was blood all over my son. So then there was like that extra story came out. Then that Mikey McCoy kid calls his dad, like, why did you say there was blood all over me? Because there was never blood all over me. Because obviously people caught the camera footage and the dad was lying. Then the dad had to come out publicly and say, I'm sorry, I thought my son said there was blood all over him, but I was wrong. And then Mikey said, oh, the first person I called was Erica to tell her like Charlie's been shot. And Erica was saying, yeah, he called, like, which one is it, bro? Who did you call first? Can we see your call log? No.
Hell no. It's personal.
They don't want to show it. It's a call log. And if you want to be like, you want to be
transparent.
If you want to be show the log. What are you hiding?
Yeah, but it was her husband that died. So
the amazing Mike. Yeah, okay. So I can continue. The amazing Mikey McCoy. So this is my little theory, and I don't even think that Candace came up with this. Was that his dad is a pastor. I think he's the one that kind of like lays hands on people. Yeah, some pastors that lay hands. Some pastors don't lay hands, but this pastor's the type that lays hands and won't expect people to faint and fall and stuff like that. And I know, I think there might be some type of form maybe of hypnotism in it. And the reason why I'm putting all this together is that, like, when people do fall and faint when they're being like touched by a pastor, is it a form of hypnotism? Or is it really religious? I don't know. But there was somebody who was doing an analysis on Erica Kirk, and Erica Kirk went on to say some whole script, and the guy stopped the video and said, "This is hypnotism 101." And that this is and he wasn't even trying to bash Erica. This is a third party person. He said, because he's a mentalist and he knows how to get in people's minds. And he said, if you can talk to any hypnotist, and the hypnotist will tell you, this is hypnotizing 101. And you say this, you do that, and you say it like this, and you do this, da, 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 da. So he breaks it down. So I'm tempted to think, like, was Erica Kirk and all these people, because this Mikey McCoy guy, I think he's like under 25 years old, and he's like the head of a huge multi-million-dollar YouTube channel. Like, did he hypnotize his way? Did he hypnotize Charlie into that spot? Did he hypnotize Erica? Did he hypnotize these people to do what he wanted them to do? And then all of a sudden, like, he probably joked and said, every time you mention my name, you're going to say I'm amazing. Like, because I could hypnotize. If I was a hypnotist and I could hypnotize you, I'd be like, yo, every time you address me, you're going to address me as Mr. Charles, the greatest of all time. Then, every time you say my name, you're going to say, oh, Mr. Charles, he's the greatest of all time. So I feel like low-key was there. I don't know. Like, is this guy like he's probably a mentalist himself, because I feel like there's some form of hypnotism going on in here. And if Erica is such a bad actress, is it because she's hypnotized to act like she cares for Charlie? Is she hypnotized? Because if you hypnotize a person, you can see it in all these hypnotism videos. It's like, pretend you're a dog, and people start, they're going to act like a dog when they're hypnotized.
You believe in that shit either.
You don't believe in hypnotism? Bro, what are we doing here?
I don't believe in
hypnotism is real, bro. Oh my God.
I think so, dog. I just don't.
All right.
I never seen it. I never seen it, so I can't. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever seen somebody get hypnotized?
I'm going to tell you, I feel like I was. I'll tell you why. I'm going to try and make it quick. In Africa, go to church every Sunday. Africa, that's what we do. Everybody does it. You got to go to church. I'd go to church, being light-skinned that I am, pastor straight call me up to the front all the time. Me and my cousins, my wife, whoever. We go to big churches. They still spot me out. They bring me to the front. I'm like, oh, here we go again. So the pastor comes, in the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus. They put hands on you, and then like people all around me are falling. Boom, 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 boom. So hundreds of times I've gone to churches, bro. They place hands on me all the time. Till this one day, I was at my little side church that we usually go to, and we had a guest pastor come. This man called me to the front. I said, here we go again. It's just another regular Sunday for me. They always get called to the front. They want to pray for me. And the guy put his hands on me, and I'm sitting there. And he said, in the name of Jesus, bro, when he touched my forehead, it's hard enough for me to, like, even you're big enough to catch me if you had to. It would be hard for me to just completely drop my weight and fall backwards with even knowing that I could have you and two other people. I would probably be paranoid. I'd be like, yo, you ready? For sure you going to catch me? You going to catch me? Tell me how I didn't even think to look behind me, because I know I don't fall. I never fall. This man placed his hand on me, and I fell. And I fell backwards, not knowing who was behind me. Bro, somebody caught me. I don't know who, but they laid me down gently, and I just laid there. And I remember being there, my eyes closed, and it was like an instant sleep. And that's the first thing the hypnotist said, you're going to go to sleep. Boom. They put you to sleep, right? I fell into sleep. It felt like that movie like Jordan Peele did, where like when he fell into the black void. Like, you know what I'm saying? Get Out. The movie Get Out.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
where he's he just it felt like that, bro. I was legit falling back. I'm not making this up. So I legit fell back. Boom. And my cousins, Crystal was there too. She saw me fall. Okay, I'll get to that part later. But I fall back and then I'm laid out and I'm linking and my eyes are closed and I'm like, this is so peaceful. I said, wait, what am I doing on the? Did I just fall? And I'm completely conscious in my head and I'm thinking to myself, I was like, I'm just gonna lay here a little bit longer. What am I doing here? Like I'm talking to myself in my head, like I can get up if I want. I was like, no, just stay. This feels, bro. It's like if I could go to sleep instantly. That's what he did, bro. Like, I don't lay down in bed and instantly fall asleep. It takes me time to fall asleep. He put me to sleep like this, like, pause. But when he touched my head, boom, I fell asleep. And I was like, yo. And I was in that moment really thinking about how did this just happen? So later, I finally get up. And naturally, they're like, "Oh, good one, da 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 da." And then my cousin's like, "Bro, why you took so long? Why you fell, nigga?" They laughing at me like, this nigga fell in the church. You ever see that guy make jokes on black people can't do nothing? Like,
Yeah.
this nigga drinking water. So my cousins are ranking on me, talking about why did you fall? Blah blah blah. I was like, bro, I said I didn't. I actually fell. They're like, man, whatever, you lying. I was like. After that, I was really puzzled and I was like trying to figure out how did I fall. So the only closest thing I can find to it is a form of hypnotism. Like, did he hypnotize me?
Something in the air.
Nah, bro.
They put something in the air, Joe. I'm trying to tell you, dog.
I went to some of those churches in Africa where the pastor would just go like this to somebody, to a whole row of people. He just like waved their hand.
And they all just knock out.
And they all fell. And then me and my cousins are all looking at each other like, everyone else fell around us, but we're just standing there. And I'm like, is everyone in on this? Like,
see, shit like that crazy. Make me get up and walk up out of there. I'm like, ain't something, man. These cats is putting on a show, dog.
Yeah, that's we felt the same way, but we were just like, it was interesting to see all like hundreds of people fall at once, just a wave of a hand. It was crazy.
They was practicing that shit all week. For Sunday.
But I will admit, bro, I will admit I did fall, and I never fell. And my cousins were there to witness it, and they were just like, Joe, why did you fall? I was like, yo, I couldn't tell you. You
know what? Because I believe
this was before I went super.
Hold on, I went dark.
Yeah, this is before I went super Christian music. This was a long time ago.
Christian.
No, I was listening to secular hardcore, bro. I was like, I couldn't listen to Christian stuff.
Yeah, I can't. It's too optimistic for me. I can't do all that.
There's some music. I got to send it to you. I found this one guy. I think his name is Alex Jean. He's from Florida, bro. His music goes hard. Sounds like, it's like trap rap. Christian trap.
Rap.
Christian trap. And he's from Florida, bro.
It's but yeah, I ain't I guess just my relationship with religion this day and time. I just can't believe some of those things. But I mean, I don't knock it. I mean, I guess I do, but I don't hate on it.
Alex Jean. I'll find the song. I'll send it to you exactly. And when you hear his voice, he sounds like, for me, it sounded like the guy. What's his name? The da Plug.
What?
His last name is Plug, something like that. That's not OG
Big
Plug.
X?
Big X the Plug. Yeah, Big X the Plug.
Yeah.
It reminded me of something Big X the Plug
Gotcha.
would do. And it's
Shit,
Christian.
Man. But did you watch the Golden Globes?
I did. I watched the opening number. That was funny. I can't lie. I laughed a little bit. I laughed quite a bit. I thought she was gonna bomb, but she did well. She did really well. I don't even know who that lady was.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I just caught highlights and stuff, but I didn't see. I heard of the host or whatever, but I didn't. I don't know who it was. But I was Did you that's gonna be a controversial subject we about to get into here.
Lord, all right, bring it. I'll see if I can skate around it.
Did you? Nah, we don't skate. We don't skate around shit. We go right.
I rollerblade. No, just go ahead.
Slide right in there. Pause. But what you call it? I was
half serious,
flagrant as hell.
Yay.
But
Mason.
Did you see the movie
Sinners? Yeah, I remember you were telling me about that.
Okay. Well, tell me your thoughts of Sinners.
Okay, what do you mean? Like what I think that the overall.
What do you think about the movie? Yeah, what
I liked it. I can't lie. At first I was worried because there was people talking about it. They were like, "Yo, is bringing in this and that kind of stuff. I think it finesses making juju look good, like black magic and that whole voodoo stuff. And it's making fun of like people say they're making fun of Christianity. Like the vampires were low key like Christians, like trying to convince people to join them and be in their brotherhood,
their cult.
yeah. I've seen it so long ago. How long ago did you just recently watch this?
I mean, I own it. I've watched it at least 5 times. I've seen it.
Wow, you're trying to find some hidden meanings in there?
No, I mean, cause it's a good movie. I don't see that part of it, like as far as them mocking Christianity. I don't see that, and I mean with the witch stuff. I mean that's just a part of our ancestry. You know what I'm saying? I mean before Christianity and all that was subjugated to us. You know what I mean? We was more in the natural plane of things. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see that. You know what I mean? My thing is, like, it's a good movie, but like I'm a fan of vampires and shit, and it just didn't have enough vampire shit going on in there for me.
Well,
So
because they didn't introduce the vampire till like 3/4 way.
Pretty much. I mean, they showed him at first when he first came in, when he got the first 2 people, he ended up changing out. And then it's just like you just go about the story, and then they come in right at the last little 30, 45 minutes again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it really wasn't much of that going on for me, and that I ain't like that. And then the other thing is the other part with the music when they was doing all that.
Oh, that was dope.
It's dope, but I didn't like it for this movie. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't like that. I didn't like I understood it. I get it, got all that, but I didn't like it for this movie. Like I felt like they could have did something else. They could have told more of maybe the story, or they probably could have put the vampires in there a little bit more for me. Just for me. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah. Some people thought the vampire was bogus. They said, bro, the movie was good until they brought the vampires in, and they were just like, that's when it turned. Because it went from being
I'm saying. Like it could
a
either
real
be
film
a vampire
to like
movie,
sci-fi.
Or yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like if you were gonna do the vampire thing, they could have just did the vampire thing. Or you could have took the vampires out and made it something else, and it still would have been a good movie. You know what I'm saying? Like either way, like if they would have took the vampires out, it would have been a good. Like if they would have put the music part in there, but didn't have the vampires, I probably would have felt a little different about that part. But it just didn't. It just didn't seem cohesive to the story to me for some reason. Like it was just
that part of the music.
The part of the music, like it was just, its own part of the movie. Like it just had nothing to do with the vampires or the twins or nothing like that. It's just, this is cool. I like this idea and we're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I felt like Ryan and then was looking at it.
Okay, I think that part of the movie, and I remember when I saw it and I thought it was epic and how the way they did it, because I had a better context of the movie when I watched it back then. And I was like, oh, I get it. Wow, that's amazing. Like, because I also had a daydream off on that one time. Like I had that concept and idea where what they're trying to say in the film, I believe, was that there's like this angel of music. Of course, the angel of music is Lucifer, right? And then if you sell your soul to the devil, then you can have all the fame and everything you want in the world. So it's like this boy genuinely had like the spirit in him. And when he played, it was coming out. And then when it comes out, it's like the past, the present, and the future. And then so in that scene, he was showing all the different generations of music that have come out through this spirit. Will show all the generations and of our ancestors, whether they were Indian native dancing or they were dancing like the juke, or they were doing break dancing,
doing that river dance,
the robot electronical music with the rock band. Like he was playing through all the different genres of the past, present, and future.
Of this one energy.
Of that energy, like, of that spirit.
Transcends all that.
Correct. And it transcended all of those different genres and different things. And they were showing the different clothing at each time period was wearing. And like,
yeah,
it was cool. It was deep.
That shit threw me off though, bro. Cause it's like, okay, now you got the break dancers and it's supposed to be like 1930s and shit. Now you got the break dancers in here break dancing and shit.
But they legit
say the other girls are coming there shaking their ass or something like that. You know,
futuristic. Yeah.
And I get that, but it just didn't fit for me. Like, it just didn't make any sense for this film for me. Like, it just when it came on, I was cool because I like how the camera angles, the music was
It
cool. Like,
fit.
the whole
It
shit
fit
is
for me.
cool.
I just got to
But it
watch
just
it again, and I would be able to break it down for you better. But I do. At the moment when I watched it, I was blown away. I was like, "Yo, that's the dopest part." And low key,
if
it was
this if
kind of
this
like,
if this was if this was a movie about the history of music, totally would
no,
have
of
made
course.
sense
But I
right
think
now.
you're taking it too
All the way would have made
literal.
sense.
You're taking it very literal.
Maybe.
There was a spiritual meaning behind that. There was definitely a spiritual meaning behind
I
that.
mean,
It
because
was. It was
I
very well
see
done.
what you're saying, but then there's other people that said it was more the story, the movie itself was like saying don't or like not everybody needs to know or be a part of our culture or something like that. Like they
That
don't
was one point of the project. That was one point of
that's
the.
from what I see what people was saying, you know what I'm saying, with the meaning that they was getting from it. You know what I mean? Which I didn't get that either. Like I don't know. Like when I'm watching movies for real, like unless it's like blatant, obvious, like in my face, like this is the meaning of the movie. Like I'm just there to be entertained for real.
Well,
So
some
I don't
people
be
were.
looking too deep into them too much.
Some people were looking into it saying that the white people invaded the hip hop culture or they invaded the black culture and they have put their own twist on it and they made things worse. And they're literal bloodsuckers and they sucked the culture out of the culture. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so some people took it that way. But then
And I
there's
get
also
that. Yeah.
the fact that there's also like this whole divide with spirituality and religion. And like, yeah, they were mocking Christians in the sense of saying, oh, join our brotherhood and be peaceful and while we just love each other, we love one another, and you just want to be part of this, so you got to be joined. And then there's a scene where he starts to say our father who art in heaven, and then the demon slash vampire starts finishing the lyrics. He's like, oh, you think that's going to do something for you? That's not
Yeah,
going to do
yeah,
anything.
yeah.
And then so that's also mocking, like, that some Christians felt like that was mocking Christianity as well. And then I think the ending part is like, did the boy end up sell his soul? Like, yeah, I guess so, because he ended up moving on with his life, and he
He got
wasn't in
mad
church.
fame and
He
everything.
got
Yeah,
fame with the
yeah.
blues. So
Mm-hmm.
he ended up doing that. He didn't drop the guitar down like his dad told him to, like, drop the guitar, and he didn't drop it. So I mean, there was a couple deep messages in that movie. A couple, I think like 3 or 4.
And yes, the deep messages. So if you take those deep messages and make movies just on those messages alone, I get it. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? But when I'm trying to go watch, like when I first seen the trailer for Sinners and heard that it was coming, I'm just like, oh shit, yeah, it's gonna be some good vampire shit.
Mhm.
And then I get in there and they don't show no vampires
Yeah, they
really. I'm
came
just
late.
like,
They did come
damn.
late. Did you
You know
you
what I'm
know
saying?
you know one thing my
And
wife
then
and
they
I pointed
killed them
out?
off mad easy too. I hate when they do that.
Yeah. Yeah. like like Stranger Things. They killed Vecna bad easy. Um
Facts.
One thing my wife and I pointed out that we wanted to see come back around, and she pointed it out more than I did. The Native American part. The Native
Yeah.
Americans that come up to the door and says, "Hey, lady, did you see this guy?" Da da da. And then she said no, and then
No.
she was hiding, and then the guy ended up biting. Um,
That's what
I
I'm saying.
ended
They
up,
could have came in later on in the film or something to help and do something. So, you know what I mean? They could have brought them back in too.
yeah, they didn't bring them back at all. And then what I thought is, I ended up doing a deep dive and watching some videos on YouTube about the meaning of the Native Americans and why didn't they talk about them more. I watched a couple of videos I did a long time ago, and they went into a whole. It was like a whole nother story. The Native Americans uh, warding off evil spirits. They were like trying to
Yeah,
capture this guy. This guy was running away from the Indians, and that's why the Native
it was
American
like
guy
the
was
whole
like, "Be
story
careful."
before the story, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Which I think they're probably going to, because it was so popular. I think they're probably going to end up doing like part 2 to the joint. I don't
Mhm.
like something
Yeah, I could see
maybe I
that.
don't know, but yeah, I could see them, and maybe however they do part 2 probably be like a prequel, like a
Mhm.
leading up to the first one or something like that. That'd be
Yeah.
cool. But if they just put more vampires in there, I'd be fucking with it, bro. But yeah, just I did, and then I'm like, what awards did they win out here? Do you know what awards they won
No, I can
at
look
the
it up,
Golden
but
Globes?
did
Let me see what they won.
is that why you brought that up? Because did they won quite a few?
They won a few, yeah, but I don't think they won the ones that everybody wanted them to win. They won 2: Best Cinematic and Box Office
They found
Achievement and Best Original Score. Yeah, the score was good. Like the music was good in there. Like I can't knock that. It's just that scene just threw me off. But yeah, the music was great. Like I listened to the what you call it, the soundtrack. Like I got the soundtrack like on Apple Music and shit. So I'll be listening to the soundtrack. That shit, the music is dope. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's a fear of mine that I had. A lot of people were talking about, oh, don't watch Sinners. It's provoking this and that, fifth, whatever, black magic. Now, the thing is for these films now, and I think they even did it for Sinners, and I recall them saying that they did. They bring real voodoo doctors and witch doctors into these things, and they say, like, this is what we do. This is how
authenticity.
They get authenticity. There was even a movie called The Craft way back in the day. The girls, they did that witchcraft movie, but they brought it, they did a remake. I think it was probably like 2016 or 17 around there, because I think I was in Africa when it came out.
Mhm.
And they were talking about that on the set as well, and they said they bring out real witches and they talk about that stuff. Like they give them real spells to cast and stuff like that. And there's dark stuff happening in Hollywood. Like you got the Weinsteins, you got the Epstein, you got there's all kinds of dark, demonic, weird things. I wouldn't put it past them directors to say, like, oh, I want to put a real casting spell on my viewers, so that way this film can come up to be the greatest film of all time. And it can be garbage. It can be straight garbage, but we're sitting here being hypnotized and put spells on us, and people are just like, oh yeah, it was the greatest of all time. Like, but
I think it just be influence though, bro. Like, hey, look, because in my own personal beliefs, like
you
what
don't
I
think
have
you could be
understood,
hypnotized? You don't think you
I can't be hypnotized. I mean, I've never seen it, so I don't know. And then as far as, you know, watching movies and that energy coming off to me, can it happen? Sure. But I don't think it be as deep as people be trying to get. Because with religious people, you know what I'm saying, like they're just a little more sensitive to the spirit, I guess, of things and shit. So it's like you're always looking for the deeper meaning of things than just what it is. Like,
hey, if you
you
see
know,
some supernatural things in this video, thumbs up this video. Show Rob that you've seen some supernatural stuff, because Rob hasn't seen no supernatural stuff.
I ain't seen them. Unless I've seen them, I'm still not gonna believe them. So y'all can put all the stories you want in there.
I want to see stories. I want to see thumbs up. Like this video. And
right.
Subscribe.
Yeah, that shit is but yeah, so I just can't. That's what I'm saying. Like I figure, like, because I'm not a believer like that, like even somebody could do some voodoo on me and it won't affect me, because I feel like if I don't believe in it, then it can't affect me. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I look at things. Like the devil don't exist to me because he don't affect me. You know what I'm saying? Like it just
I think the people,
scared, dog.
I think the people that it affects is like, let's say if your mom is Christian. Is your mom Christian? I mean, I'm not gonna. It doesn't matter. But if your mom or your grandpa or your grandma, if someone's Christian and they're praying over you, I believe that you're covered, and you don't even know that you're covered. Someone's praying for you, you could be covered, right, to an extent. Now, if you're not being prayed on and you don't pray for yourself and you're not covered in your own spiritual beliefs or protection in the spiritual realm, then yeah, what I call those people that don't have any kind of real belief, then they're like open vessels. Now, when you're an open vessel, you're more prone to catching, like, that's like not wearing an N95 mask and you're walking around in the malls, expect not to catch COVID. It's like, you got to be covered.
When you go to a movie and a motherfucker doing a witch doctor scene that you feel like you're getting.
So I kind of feel like, yeah, if I'm covered and I believe and I say my prayers and my mom's praying on me, like, that's why a lot of these rappers, like, I feel like Kendrick says it a couple times. He's like, my grandma ain't praying for me, I'm on your head. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, it's real. I feel like, you know, being covered, you can be covered by someone praying for you and then turn around and you know, you can go through the spiritual, because there's a whole spiritual war going on around you. You know what I'm saying? Now, your guardian angels or whoever it is protecting you, I feel like, you know, you can't see it, you won't believe it, that's fine, but I think that that's what it is. It's like, if you're covered and you probably have some type of form of belief around you, because it might be the tattoos you got, because you got the cross on you still, but in your mind, in your heart,
these are things when I was,
you're probably being protected low key though. You're being protected whether you like it or not.
Maybe so, but I mean, anything could be, any and everything could be justified. So you can find an excuse in anything. So
it could be, yeah.
I just choose not to, but yeah, that was But as far as the best cinematic and all that, yeah, I could see that.
It was really clean
as well, and then the score and everything.
Oh,
whatever they won, I think they deserved that for sure.
Oh, and then the racism part too. That was, and then the part where he shot up everybody, loaded up on those clips.
That was honestly the best part of the movie to me.
That was dope.
was when he smoked the Klan at the end, dog.
Yeah.
Like, that was the best shit. I was like, hell yeah, yo.
Yeah.
Like out of the whole movie, that was like at the end, I was like, "Fuck yeah, yo, kill the motherfucker." You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
It was
But
good.
yeah, I mean, it, like I said, it was a good movie. I don't think it was as good as everybody be like online be saying. Like everybody's like, "Oh, it's so great, it's so great, so great." You know what I'm saying? But I like it's good, but it ain't as great as people was amping it up to be. To me, it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? But did you see the other movie that Tiana Taylor won the award for the
No,
battle,
I
another day or
didn't.
something?
My algorithm kept showing me Tiana Taylor and some other dude, and I don't even know what that's about.
Bro, you gotta watch that movie. That's a good movie, son. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is. I think it's the reason why it's
What's it
good
called?
to me. Shoot, another day, another battle, or something like that.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I keep seeing
Yeah,
her. I think she won.
one battle after another.
She won quite a few awards for that, right?
She won, as far as I know, she won one of them joints.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you got to watch that movie, Joe. Like the reason why this movie is dope to me is because of how relevant it is right now.
Oh.
Because of like Tiana Taylor and Leonardo DiCaprio in the movie, they're freedom fighters.
Mm.
And, you know, they like going to detention centers, immigration detention centers, and like causing distractions and breaking immigrants out and shit like that. So, you know, it's just very relevant for today. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then just how that story goes, because Leonardo DiCaprio and Tiana Taylor, they're a couple. You know, they end up having a kid, but Tiana, she ends up messing around with the general that be over these detention centers and stuff like that. She ends up having an affair with him.
Mm-hmm.
And so she ends up having the baby, and she leaves because they're coming to look for her and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Coming to lock her up, the government, because you know she's in this organization. So she leaves, goes to like Mexico or something like that. And Leonardo DiCaprio, he just goes underground, but he takes the baby with him. So, you know, time passes. I think she like 16 years later or something like that. The general, he's wanting to be a part of the cabal, right? This little cabal they got. This cabal is the fucking Nazis, old white dudes and shit. They find out that he was having an affair or a relationship with Tiana Taylor.
Wait, are you gonna spoil it? You spoiling it right now for people?
Shit. I mean, the movie been out over a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Oh,
spoiler alert.
snap. Really?
It's been out. They didn't already got the awards and all that shit.
You got to do a warning alert before you tell me. Warning everybody, Rob will spoil movies for you.
Yeah, spoiler alert. But
it's old
yeah,
already. My bad.
She had so he's underground or whatever, got the girl, the general, he wants to be in this cabal.
Well, don't spoil it for me. I gotta watch it.
Yeah, you gotta watch it, bro. I ain't gonna spoil it for you. Yeah,
you
have to watch it, bro. It's very relevant, bro, for this thing. And Leonardo DiCaprio was fucking hilarious in that.
It's funny that you brought that up, that it was really relevant. The first thing I thought about when you said it was relevant was Don't Look Up, because Leo was also in that, and I felt like that was very relevant during that time. Very relevant. And like, I think Leo is doing these political movies, bro. It's like,
I feel like that should happen right now, bro. These motherfuckers will say there's a comet on the way to destroy our asses, bro.
Well, there was, but it didn't come. It passed us.
I mean, it's always something passing.
I talked about it, I think. 3-Eye Atlas. That thing passed us.
3-Eye, passed.
And there's some conspiracies behind that too, and people aren't talking about it, and the government is bringing it down.
What?
Are you laughing? What is it now, Joe?
What is it? Yeah. What is this now?
Okay, this is what we got. 3-Eye Atlas was doing things. Even Neil deGrasse Tyson was saying,
it was doing some other shit. Yeah, okay.
But there's Harvard scientists come out. They're on CNN, bro. They come out. The real scientists have said this thing is doing unusual things. It's done things that no other comet has ever done in the past. It has tails and it has anti-tails and it has 7 different tails. And we don't know why it has all these different tails. And it's moving away from the sun. It did this and it did this. And the trajectory it's coming at is X, Y, Z, A, B, C. And this is a 1 in a 999 bajillion chance that anything from outside of our solar system could possibly ever do this. And it's happening to pass by. So it passed by us on Christmas, like around 24th, 23rd, around that. And then like everything just went silent. They stopped talking about it. Now, here's the conspiracy that I heard because I was looking into it again, trying to find out some information. And apparently, NASA and the United States government or whatever has been retracting and knocking down all this footage that Japan took of it because Japan took some high quality photos like of it up close, but NASA is not showing anything of it up close. They just keep showing us this, like, it looks like a star. Like, it's just like a star with a little tail and it's just like a little blob. They're not showing, like, bro, if it was at its closest point to us and it was at its closest point to Mars and we can snap pictures of it from Mars, how come you're not showing us what it looked like? And they just wait for this thing to pass.
Hubble telescope over there, and that shit could have showed it. But
but they waited for this thing to pass, and they're not sharing, and they just threw it under the bus. And then you got all this drama for President Trump, and it's just like it's another freaking cover.
Like, what do they say it is though? Like,
I keep saying it's a comet.
It was a comet,
but it's done. This comet is doing things that no other comet has ever done.
So are they saying it's an alien?
That's what they're not saying. The people are saying, they're not saying it's an anomaly. It's something that they've never seen before. And it was the size of, like, bigger than Manhattan. It was huge.
Yeah, because they was just saying it was, from what the information I was getting from it, they was saying that shit looked like it had, like, lights on the side of it, like it was an alien spaceship.
Yeah.
And I just don't believe that.
There's some images that have
because I'm saying, like, because if it was an alien spaceship, why would they not, when they have came here? Like,
they said the fact,
damn, are we just that bad that
did it drop
they
off?
just passed our asses or something?
There was some people talking about that it broke up into little pieces and stuff like that. Supposedly there were some parts of it that came off. But here's the crazy thing is as close as it came to the sun and it just went right past, it just chilled. Like, here's the sun. And here was the thing. It just went like this right past the sun, bro. Like, and it came straight towards Earth, but it went between Earth and Mars. And like, and scientists are like, how come the sun's gravity didn't pull it in? How come the sun didn't burn it up? How come it's just too many anomalies? Like, it was going towards the sun. Here's the thing. This is scientific proof. It was going towards the sun, and an anti-tail, which is typically,
it was going, like, that shit's going this way and it's blowing that way, the same direction. It should be blowing behind it, but it's blowing
and it was pushing it away
bro.
from the sun. So that's some intelligent ass comet.
See, the only way I would believe, the only way I would believe that is if this intelligent life would have brung its ass here. And
here
we could see it. You know what I'm saying? I would have been like, all right, yeah. But nah, it's just it's a rock hurtling through space, bro. That's all that shit is, bro. And depending on where that rock came from on the far reaches of the universe and whatever it's made of, made it react how it reacted. That's it. Because if it was something intelligent, it would have brought its ass here, bro. Definitely would have.
Nah, I think they're so intelligent they know not to bring their ass here because they just know what we gonna do to them.
They gonna get their asses whooped on in this bitch. Don't come here, motherfucker. You gonna get your shit jacked. Your spaceship gonna get jacked.
If aliens came to this planet, bro, we are the equivalent of bacteria because that's how far away they are. That's how much more in the future they are. They're like, oh, these people are still evolving. We're worse than cavemen. We're not even cavemen to them, I'm sure.
We're still cavemen. I think I believe we just civilized cavemen. But speaking of space, something I had came across. I be going down fucking rabbit holes.
Do you?
They got this damn. Every galaxy, at the center of every galaxy, there's a black hole. Like, we have ours is what, Sagittarius A, I think it is ours. So we're getting sucked in by a black hole. It's just, we're fucking forever away from it. They found one, I think in the like 70s or some shit like that. This motherfucker's called TON 618. Google that motherfucker. This shit is so big, bro. The thing is, like, how big is space, dog?
Oh, infinite.
Because this fucking thing is so big. It said that shit could fit like 4,000 of like our galaxies in it.
Oh, that's nothing. What you said? T-O what?
TON, like ton, 618. I think it said like 4,000 of our galaxies or something like that, or 4,000 Earths or 40,000, some shit could fit inside this fucking thing. And I'm like, yo, that's insane. The scale, like, if that shit said 4,000 galaxies can fit inside that thing, the scale that's insane to even think of, bro. Like, how fucking big is space, bro?
I love when
If
people do
40
that.
fucking galaxies could fit inside one black hole. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
Yeah.
fucking insane to me. And then I think we're in a black hole, honestly. I think like we're in a black hole that's in a black hole. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That's a
I
good
could
answer.
definitely see that being a possibility. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm looking at
was
that.
just wild to me. And I watched like mad videos on that thing for like 2 days. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
There's a thing for that, what you're feeling right now. It's something about how you feel so small. Like it makes you feel so. I watched a ton of videos on YouTube. If you have time, look up videos that make you feel small. I think that's legit what they're called, like space to make you feel small. And then what they do is they zoom out, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out, zoom
yeah,
out.
they'd be like,
And
okay,
then you're
you're
just
here on this
like,
street, you're in
I'm
this city,
less
you're in
than
this
a
state,
piece of
this country.
sand, bro. Like,
Yeah, bro. You're
we're
insignificant as
non-existent,
shit,
bro.
bro.
We're not
Yeah.
real. That's what makes you think that things are not real. Like this reality
We
is not
ain't
real.
shit compared to what's going on in the universe, dog. Like we are nothing, dog.
But
Like
then if you think about it, even here on our planet, the atomic level molecule of an atom, you know what I'm saying? Is not, we can't even see that with our eye.
can't
And
even
yet
see it.
it's
That
all
shit's
around us.
irrelevant to us too. Yeah.
And it's
Yeah, I
crazy.
can see that. Yeah.
But
I
did
can
you
see
ever
that.
put two and two together about how like the atom, the build of an atom molecule and the nucleus and all that, the electrons and the protons and like that model, that build is almost the exact same way as our galaxy? We have the center as a nucleus is the sun and like all that.
Bro, what's crazy is
It's replicating.
how your body, the system in your body, your nerve systems and all that shit, how that shit all looks is almost the same like the universe.
Yeah, like
You know what I'm
trees and
saying?
earth and brain and all
Just
this.
how
Yeah. Roots in
because
the
when they
ground.
map out the universe, you got the everything's connected, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that should just be looking wild because your brain, like whenever it's thinking or whatever, it's shooting off little electrodes and shit like that. So it's crazy, bro. How it's just, I mean, we all are made from space dust. So you know what I'm saying? Like we're all fucking aliens, I guess, in a way. You know what I mean?
I don't know why this came up to mind to me. It was like a story that happened to my uncle. He had a heart and a kidney transplant from a lady. And cellular memory is why I'm bringing this up to you. And I wanted to say that because in a form of like spirituality, I feel like there's something there. My uncle got the kidney and the hearts, I believe, the transplant. And when he got that stuff done, and then he ended up picking up like he thinks it was like the desires of the person he got the donation from. He was never a dessert person, and then yet this man wanted cookies and brownies and cake. Like my uncle was like hardcore African. You know what I'm saying? Spicy food, like straight up, like give me steak. I don't want no brownies. Like, and then after he had this transplant, he's like, you know what I'm craving? I want some ice cream. I want cookies. I'm gonna bake a cake. He started doing bro. He was watching reality TV shows like American Idol, and then he will start boo crying. He's like, oh, I really wanted this person. Like my uncle was crying, bro. And then he was having night terrors. Like he was having night terrors so bad that he had to sleep with kids and like just like
What was it that he had got changed?
his heart, and I believe he got a heart transplant. I believe it could be just a kidney. I forgot what it was, but I know he did get organ donations. And then so I started looking into it, and there's this thing called cellular memory, and there's tons of people that had the same thing where it was just like these old people got an organ from like college kids, and because they don't know where they got it from, but they find out, they're like, doctor, why am I craving microwave chicken nuggets and cold beer every day? That's all I want for lunch. And then, people were looking into it, and they're like, yeah, you got the donation from this kid, and that was his favorite thing, was chicken nuggets and beer. My uncle even did a supernatural thing. He went, the news people reached out to my uncle to meet the family of the donor. My uncle was like, okay. So they started heading out to the place where they were going to do the meet and greet. My uncle told the driver, hey, stop. Hey, pull over to this store. I want to get him a gift. Go to the Hallmark store over there. So they pull over. They go into the Hallmark. And my uncle's looking around. Everyone's trying to find a gift for this family because he doesn't know what to get them. He's looking around, and he sees this little angel up. There's like a whole thing of angels up there. He's like, just give me that angel over there. He pack that one up, wrap it up, and let's go. So they take the angel. They go. They meet and greet. The camera crew's there. They're recording. And they listen to my uncle's heart because that belonged to their mother. So he was just like, "Oh, nice to meet you, everything. Oh, I brought you a gift, by the way." My uncle gives them the gift. They open it up. They look at it, bawling, crying, bawling, crying. And he's like, "What happened? You don't like it? What's wrong?" And then they turned around and said, "My mom used to buy these for me, and there was a collection, and you got us the last one, and it completed our collection." Bro, it was like a whole collection of angels that the mother used to buy them. And he completed the collection. He could have bought them a replica of one of the ones that they already had. No, he bought the one that completed the collection and happened to be to their family. And the mom did that. Like, if that's not supernatural, spiritual, like, or just a huge coincidence.
I get the cellular. What you said? What you said it
It's
was?
called cellular memory.
Cellular memory.
It's
Okay.
something that when people develop through, but that's what makes me think, is this lady, is she fully resting in peace? Or until my uncle passed, which, God rest his soul, he's passed already. He passed in 2020. Did that happen? Like, did that lady, was she still living through my uncle? Like, are we
She
playing with
could.
God?
I think what it is, because the way our bodies are made or whatever, it transfers information. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I could see
Yeah.
that if somebody, takes somebody's heart transplant or whatever, if you're taking on somebody else's information, you know what I'm saying? I could see that being
That usually you're
a
talking
real
about like
thing.
genealogy, but this is like something he just picked up. Like, hey, I'm going to the
Well, I
hospital,
mean,
get a new heart.
you have this person's DNA inside of you now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that DNA is transferring into you. So whatever her memories is, possibly, I don't know. Yeah,
It gets spiritual.
the one with the chicken nuggets and beer, I see that. But the one with the angels, that might be a little more
There's even funny
supernatural.
ones. There's even funny ones where people like start liking rap and hip hop. Like the old white people start listening to Tupac. You ever heard those ones?
Nah, I ain't heard
Yeah,
that
there's
one.
ones like that. It's funny, bro. These like, I don't know why, but I like rap now.
Yeah. I mean, I can see that. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, like I said, you're transferring information, and whatever information was stored inside that DNA, it'll transfer off. You know what I
They're
mean? So
transferring information. They're not transferring spiritual. Right.
nah,
That's
they're
what
just
it is.
transferring
Yep.
information. It's
Yeah,
just
gotcha.
everything's DNA's coded, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you seen the helix, I think they call that shit. It's a code, bro. Like we're coded.
Who
God,
coded it?
if you God was a scientist.
So you
He was
believe in
he was a
God.
coder.
So you believe in God.
I guess, just not in the way everybody else does, I guess. I'm just saying, like, if God is real, then yeah, he's a scientist, bro. He's a mad scientist in the lab some fucking where. That's what he is.
All right. So you believe in God. Yeah. But if you believe in God, then you believe the devil. No? You don't believe there's a devil. That's what it is.
Yeah, I don't believe. I believe we're the devils. If anything, shit, we're the gods and the devils. 'Cause bro. Like human beings are capable of doing some of the greatest and the most lovingest and just the best things in the world. But at the same time, we could commit atrocities that are just unimaginable. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
We're good, bad, beautiful, and ugly all in one.
pretty much we're all that. All good, bad, ugly, beautiful, all that shit, man.
Facts.
Yeah, man. So shit, that's about an hour and a half right there, man. We
Yeah,
gotta
that's a
wrap
long
this
one.
thing up. We did go a little hard.
Yeah, dude.
Pause. I ain't pausing shit.
Pause
Fuck
it,
that.
bro.
Pause shit. I ain't pausing shit. It is what it is.
No Diddy.
We
No
going
Diddy.
hard. Go hard in the paint, cuz.
Hey, no Diddy.
Hell yeah, man. But yep. If y'all like the episode, like, subscribe. You know what I mean?
Follow
We're
us
gonna
on
hit y'all with
YouTube,
some
bro.
more shit. Get
People
this
ain't
thing
even on the
popping.
YouTube. Get
They
on
not,
it.
man. They gotta get up on there, man. Go join the YouTube community, man.
Yeah. We could fit
Love
more
us.
people on this. If someone got a good story, we should bring them on the podcast. If someone got a nice story, like they
If you
want to
got
share.
a dope story, definitely hit us in the comments, and we might send you a message if I don't think you're a fucking psycho. You know what I'm saying? Like this
Hey.
motherfucker gonna come with some wild story and shit. We're like, nah, it's a little too much, buddy. Nah,
Yeah.
I can't.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All
All right,
my
Rob.
brother. Peace.
Later, man.